know me already, my name is Tanti. I am a recording artist in the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia area, and I'm trying a new thing where I am essentially making my channel a vlog and I'm talking about my daily life because as a singer, I have gone down a really hard path to be a singer. And I'm going to talk to you about my struggles and my family and my life and just get to know you because you all are my family. And I'm really excited to be doing this because the fact that everyone who supports me or watches my channel or interacts with Tanti in general is part of my family. This way you get to essentially really be a part of it and get to see what my life looks like. So today I'm talking about my struggles and my failures, which I feel like is an interesting kind of way to go for my second part of my vlog. My first part, I kind of just like introduced myself doing a vlog, and now I'm going to be talking about some things that are really hard for me. If anyone out there watching is a teacher, I'm a teacher of, sorry, my camera just had a very, very dramatic drop. Okay, whatever. Anyway, that's one of my failures is that I'm very like, I don't like the word neurotic, because I feel like that word has a very negative connotation. I'm very like, I get sidetracked very easily. But anyway, um, start from the beginning. One of my biggest failures and struggles is that I have mental health issues. And for anyone who has mental health issues, you can understand maybe what I'm going through a little bit. So I do struggle with anxiety and depression. My mom, who, if you've watched any of the things that I've said about my mom in the past, my mom has passed away. She's been gone for about 3 years now. She also struggled with mental health issues. Um, Other people in my family and friend circle struggle with mental health issues, and I know that anxiety is one of the most common mental health issues, at least in our country, in America. So with regards to that, I know I'm not alone. It One of the ways that my mental health issues manifest in my life is that I get uh very isolated when it comes to situations that arise that are negative for me. And then I also have a tendency to fall into depressive states where I don't necessarily feel as creative or I don't feel as motivated. And it's really frustrating for me as an artist because one of the ways that you stay relevant in any entertainment industry is by staying relevant and by always being in front of people. One of the things that we teach, because I'm a director as well, our theater kids, is that one of the number one rules of theater is showing up. And so it's really hard to show up when you're not having any motivation. And I'll put a trigger warning video in the beginning of this to talk about mental health, obviously. But one of the things about depression is that it feels like it feels like you're locked in a room. For me, it feels like you're locked in a room and the key to get out of the room is on the other side of the room. And you just have to get the strength to get to the other side of the room to unlock the door. But the actual feeling is these weighted, I guess, bags of sand tied to your legs. And so you have to get to the other side of the room to get the key to get yourself out. And it's very frustrating for me because I'm a weird combination of like a type A go-getter, and then the depression kind of factors in where it makes me not as go-gettery as I wish I could be. So there's that. I'm trying my best. I have sought out therapy in the past. I'm still going to continue to pursue therapy. Financially, that's been really hard. And that'll segue into my next failure/struggle. So yeah, mental health is not a joke and it's not fun. And it's very hard when people know you have mental health issues, but as a society, we're still driven by capitalism and this idea that if you're not doing the best, quote unquote, then you're not trying. And that's not true. A lot of people try and they just struggle. I really do try as hard as I can to be, to be there and to show up. And with my last job, if anyone doesn't know, I was actually let go from my last job. And I think part of that was because of my mental health struggles and how hard it was for me to show up. And I think, with the pandemic, it was hard for a lot of people. It was very, very hard for a lot of people to just get up and exist because we're terrified. There's not even just like a global health crisis, there is also like climate change driven natural disasters, and there was social justice. Um, there were social justice situations to address as well. So it was very hard for people to want to show up, even in their own like existence. And then you have the added struggle of capitalism asking you to show up to work and having to make money to live. And anyway, I'm not going to talk about that forever, but one of my biggest struggles is mental health and showing up. So I'm trying to push past that because being a performer is literally everything I've always wanted. It's the only thing I feel like I'm super, super, super good at, or I can be super, super good at when I show up and I'm there. But anyway, that's one of my biggest struggles and failures right now, and I'm gonna keep pushing, keep fighting for that. So my second biggest like struggle or failure right now is finances. So obviously, as I said, I was let go for my last job, which they kind of treated me like a skunk anyway. So like, it's funny because it came at a time where I had been talking as soon as I got this job. I'm the type of person that, and I get this from my mother, if you like rub me the wrong way, like right off the bat, I'm like super done with you. It just takes me a long time to like actually make the push to like get you out of my life. So I had been in that job for maybe 6 to 9 months, and I was like, no, this ain't it, sis. This ain't it. You're not doing it for me. It was the numbers driven actual attitude versus the we're people driven attitude facade for me, when people say that they're for you, but they're not really for you. Capitalism. But anyway, so I was just super not into how because of the fact that the job itself was not great, the company culture was surrounded by this idea of fun and, community, but it really wasn't at the end of the day. Anyway, so because of that, I've been struggling financially to stay afloat, and I have lots of bills, a lot of bills, as I'm sure many Americans do. Um, and when you're in this weird place, it's kind of like sizes. Like when you go to the store and you're not plus size, but you're not petite. You know what I mean? Like when you're in between. I was literally that my entire life. If you know, you know. Where you're not in one particular category, then people don't know what to do with you. And that's how I was with like friends growing up. That's how I was with sizes, obviously with my body size. And then now I'm in a place where I'm not doing great financially, but luckily I live with my father, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I live with my daddy and my cat. What you gonna say? Anyway, so luckily I'm not living, fortunately I'm not like others who are in a situation where they don't have a place to live, but I'm also not thriving. So the government kind of either doesn't know what to do with you or doesn't care to do anything with you. So I haven't been getting, I feel like, as much assistance as is needed to get by. I have been getting some assistance, which is great and helpful. And during the pandemic, there was the stimulus checks, so that was helpful in a way. But I think that my finances have made it really hard to be a singer, coming back to what this vlog is about, because I don't think y'all understand how expensive it is to be like a singer, especially an independent artist. So back in the day, I'm talking about like the 18th and 19th century, not like back in the day, like the 70s or 80s. Back in the day, performers typically like opera. Bless you, that was my cat. Singers used to be like commissioned by like really, really rich people. So like some German prince would be like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do a German accent. Some German prince would be like, I'm going to pay for this singer to sing for me on a weekly basis or a daily basis. And that was a cushy job. It was great. And then fast forward in the music industry, and you had like the Cadillac Records movie. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I've never seen Cadillac Records. I've only seen snippets of Beyonce doing "I'd Rather Go Blind" and "At Last." But the flash forward to the music industry where some singer would be discovered in a smoky jazz bar, some cigar smoking older, typically masked person would be like, "I want her on my label. She's a hot little kitty cat." I don't know. You know what I mean? So fast forward to people getting huge record deals, and now in the industry, which is digitally um driven, people don't care about like people want influencers. Let's say that. I'm going to be completely honest. Record labels want influencers who can sing. That's really what they're looking for. And then no offense, but I say no offense and then say something offensive. Oh well. A lot of people are not even looking for talented people. They're looking for people who are already, influencers to be on their labels because that they already have the numbers. They have to do less of the work. They have to pay less money because record labels are putting out money. For example, when they sign someone, they're not just, taking the money that is coming in. They're taking their own money to spend on marketing, on demos, on merch for these people, and then hoping to recoup that. So when you're an independent artist like myself, you're bringing all of the money yourself. You have to bring in the money and use your own money to get yourself where you need to be. Now, take a situation like mine where you have no money, I have no money, no savings, and you have to manufacture a career. It's so fun. It's so fun to not have any money and try to be a musician. It's so fun. So you're competing for attention on the internet. You're competing for gigs in real life. And it's just, I'm so sorry that my camera keeps rocking. I'll try to make that stop happening. But anyway, so finances have been a huge problem because right now I can't afford gas. So I can't afford to drive to a gig all the time without falling on the mercy of like friends and family. So thank you so much to friends and family who have been so amazing and everyone who supported me financially. But yeah, finances have been really hard. And like, as I said, I'm moonlighting as a teacher during the day, as well as like a director for kids shows. And I'm so grateful for these opportunities, but typically those don't pay until the end of a contract, or because they're contract gigs, or they pay once a month. And that's obviously not enough to pay bills and to be able to do a independent singer thing. So yeah, finances are a really big struggle right now. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a failure, except for the fact that I do think that I could be a better, how do I say this? Financial advisor to myself. But we're trying. We are trying because I feel like marginalized people, and this isn't just I feel like, this is like really what I believe, marginalized people should still be able to enjoy themselves. So when people say things like, oh, she doesn't have money to put gas in her car, but her nails are done, everyone deserves to like treat themselves, because life is hard and people deserve to be happy. So that's what Tonti has to say about that. Yeah, so my third big struggle and failure right now is time management. And I feel like that goes along with the first part where I was talking about my mental health. So time management is hard because when you're trying to work a day job and then you're trying to be an independent artist on the side, people, I think in this capitalist society, and I'm going to talk about capitalism a lot on this vlog. Hi, because I don't like her. I don't like her. But in a capitalist society of America, we glorify working hard or hardworking, and then don't realize that people are actually like working themselves to the bone, working themselves to death sometimes, trying to provide for themselves to live because we're being asked to, work to live, which is like ridiculous because no one asked to be here, but that's a different conversation entirely. Anyway, I'm still deciding if I want to have kids. back to the topic. Yeah, so time management is hard because I'm working a day job to make sure that I provide for myself and my cat. So trying to make money, but also being able to have the time to do what you want. Because when you get home from working like all week, you don't want to then spend an hour working on music for yourself or an hour creating content, which is what I've been doing. And I'm getting better at it. I really am, but it's been really hard. But you just have to push yourself. And to any other independent artists who have watched the video this long or who are, watching my videos in general, I'm really here for you. If you want to like strategize for ways that you can, or like we can talk about ways that I have figured it out, or if you have any suggestions for me, I'd love that too. I'm like here for anybody who needs any type of support, anybody who needs any love. I'm told that I'm a really great listener. I've I've been told that in the past. That was like when I was younger. I feel like I'm still a pretty good listener. I don't know why I said that, but I just wanted to be honest with you. I feel like I'm still a pretty good listener. I do talk a lot. That's true. But most of the stuff that I say is relevant and poignant. I feel like poignant is relevant and emotionally appropriate. Yeah. So anyway, those are my big failures and struggles right now. I'm just doing my best and you all are doing your best. Um I'm Tanti and I'm here for you if you need me. If you want to watch any of my other videos or follow my vlog and what it's like, I'll be doing some days in the life of a teacher, director, independent artist. So you can see some of those things.
Hi, heartbeats and friends. Future heartbeats? Maybe. Yes. No. Okay. No pressure. This is Tanti in editing to come up and say that a lot of my videos, I didn't say this because I recorded this a while ago. Hindsight is 2020. But I am going to be doing a lot of videos giving advice in addition to like my daily life, so it won't necessarily be like a day in the life of Tanti all the time. Sometimes it'll just be me giving advice, or me talking about what my day was like as an artist and what I experienced, especially when I have certain events and things like that. So yeah, just wanted to say that I felt like it was like necessary. Anyway, back to the video. Back to me talking.
Check out my social media and follow me, and I'll see you all soon. And I love you. Bye.